Yeah, if you like, I'll hold it twice.
No singing, Sean. He's gonna break dance.
I kind of had this opportunity given to me recently. So I thought I would go around and ask some of the relatives and cousins about if they had any stories about that or anything to say to them that was appropriate for this occasion. Nobody came up with anything. And at this point, Dad went through a lot of trouble to send me to a nice private school, Catholic school, where I apparently slept through lit class, so I don't know pithy Irish literature to refer to that, you know, usually people in this situations have. Speaking of surprises, I'm sure it doesn't compare to the surprise when I came home as the first college attending of his, first of his sons to attend college after a year, tell him I'd spend the next, better part of the next decade in the Marines. That was a surprise. Not too happy about that. But he did give me some insight, if not through actual verbal advice. He did, through his example, give me some insights on how to behave myself in my service time and moving forward. First of all, you know, I don't know if you know too much about that and what I got, but he's an executive in a cutthroat business, because I'm in that business, I'm in design. And he didn't go to design school like I did. He didn't have all the advantages I had. He worked his way up through his work ethic and his example. I learned, no matter what you do or what part of life you play, where your career takes you, you get into a situation, do something beyond the job description that nobody else can do and make yourself ahead. And that was very useful. It got me out of a lot of work detail in boot camp that way. The other one was when I go to the mall, or we go to fast food restaurant, or we go out to a retail place, or we'd be out in public, or movie house, or go to the mechanics. Dad would always, you know, he's in charge of people. He's making decisions at the office. But when we go out in the public, he was also the guy striking up a 15 or 20-minute conversation with a guy that's shining shoes at the airport. He's the guy that talked for 25 minutes with security guards, cab drivers, retail people, that other people, you know, don't give that much time to. And that's something that registered with me that I never really, don't think I ever talked to my dad. That taught me in the service that everybody's important. That no matter how lowly or worthless they seem, they got something that they can do that you can't, that they can bring to the party and make things happen. And I think that had a lot to do with his leadership and his success in his career and his being headhunted from place to place. And that's really all I have to say that. So I'd like to toast on that. All right, so Bertie, stand up for a toast. To Dad, for 70 years of setting an example of making people feel important, who deserve to feel important, and to another 7 years, I don't know.
No way!
Does that make sense? Is that stupid? That's all I got. Thank you very much, and have a great dinner.
Let's hear it for those beautiful words by his son, Sean.